بحي بينتو وقف لنا زي خوتو يا وزخوت جدودو.
ברשות מוריי ורבותיי ובפירושים of Hashem, there is a parasha of Re'eh. Look. Re'eh Hashem נותן לפניכם היום ברכה וקללה. Look. Hashem give you the ברכה and the קללה. What it is the ברכה? The ברכה when you listen to the voice of Hashem. What it is the קללה? If you don't listen to the voice of Hashem. That means that a lot of times people they can become happy when they hear, when they listen to good news. Only hearing a good news, it makes you happy. Sometimes that makes you sad when you listen to the bad news. So that means only through listening a good news or a bad news, it can do an effect on you. Something else. Sometimes you see something good. It makes you happy. Like a woman. You give her a diamond. The diamond, she will not eat it. She only look at it. Yes or no? She only look at it. She will not eat it. And that gives her a very big satisfaction, and that gives her a big happiness. Or there is something that you can see, and that makes you sad. You see an accident. It makes you sad. You see something bad. You see a dead man. It makes you. So you see, there is things that you listen, it makes you good or bad. There is things that you can see, it makes you good or bad. And that the advice of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the advice of HaKadosh, the Zohar HaKadosh said that the Torah is advice. The Torah is etzot. The Torah, it gives you etzot, how can a man can be all his life happy, or how a man can be all his life sad. Through listening, through looking, Torah Kedusha. Or be positive, or be negative. You know, in the lifetime of a person, always he see, and always he is now. Only through what you see, what you listen, the action can come. Like the Torah said about Yitro, Vayishma Yitro. Yitro, he heard. What he heard all the nisim that Hashem did. What was the rest? He came. There were a lot of people who listened, all the nisim, all the miracles that Hashem did to the Jews, but no one came. Only Yitro came. Why? Because what he listened, he repeated, and they were thinking very, very deeply about what he think, and that's bringing him to a conclusion to come. A lot of times it seems that we hear the same things that we listen. You listen the same thing what I heard, and why I change and you don't change. It's different how every one of us listen. There is people who just listening and just surface. They just listen. It's in the air.
Yeah.
And there is others that listen, but it comes inside. And when you bring things inside you, so that could do an effect on you. So this is the Parsha of Re'eh. Hashem said, Re'eh, look. But just don't look superficial. Look deeply. Because sometimes through looking, you can take decisions. From hearing, you can take decisions. A lot of times, look, those people who work in the Wall Street, the you know in the you know in
Stock
the,
market.
and in the stock market. They see numbers. And when they see numbers, so they take these decisions. Would they invest in the numbers that they are looking or not? Now it depends how much they are intelligent. Sometimes it depends how much slow. A lot of times there is some people that are so much intelligent that they don't only see words, numbers, they see the outcome of those numbers, and they do well, they invest well. There's others that they want to make money, they don't think about after. So they invest money, they lose everything. I mean, you have to be, even the market, you have to be intelligent. If you talk about that in the market, you can imagine when we talk about the Torah. And this is, if you want to take a decision, you have to look well, you have to listen well. And then the good decision can come. And this is the Parsha of Re'eh. But there is one condition. To look well and to listen well, you have to be Akiv. Akiv, that means you have to be humble. A lot of times people think that I know everything. I don't need that they will repeat me. I know everything. And this is a mistake. You know, even that you know everything, you have to, the quality of a success is to be a humble people, humble man, humble person. And now I would like just to tell you this. There is a parasha that said Zot Chokat HaTorah. The parasha of Para Aduma, the red cow, yes? That at the time you have to burn it and to throw ashes or a man that, or a person that is impure. Para Aduma. Why this kind, I mean, even Shlomo HaMelech, he did not understand this kind of law. Because a man that is impure, you take some ashes of the Para Aduma, you throw on him and he becomes pure. What's this? What's this? This is no, we don't understand. I mean, what kind of mitzvah is this? I mean, give me a mitzvah that a mitzvah that intelligent. I mean, tell me, hey, don't cross the motorway because there's a car. It's logical, yes. Don't cross. If I give you an advice, hey sir, don't cross. There is cars that they're running 200 kilometers an hour. It's very dangerous. If you see a car, you don't cross. Why? Because this car is going very fast, and you think you cannot be faster than the car. Even though the car is very far away, but it can reach you in a few seconds. So don't be clever. You see a car in the motorway, in the highway, you have to stop. If you see no car, you can cross, but quick, because it could appear a car from nowhere. You can make yourself in danger. Just imagine. So it's logic. Imagine a blind man who wants to cross the highway. I mean, we advise him, hey sir, you can, even if you are alone, you cannot cross. Okay, maybe instead of crossing, you will go towards the highway and you make yourself in danger. So it's logical that when you give him an advice, but this kind of advice that if a man is impure and you throw on him some ashes of the red cow and he become pure, this is something that we do not understand. So the Torah said, Zot Chokat Torah. This is the condition of the Torah, to be humble, just to listen. Akiv, I mean, if you want to have success in your Judaism, and if you want to be a man who fear Hashem, you have to be anav, batel, akiv. You have to be no questions. Just say. I said one day that how can you know HaKadosh Baruch Hu? I mean, we don't see HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We feel Hashem, but how can we really, even feeling Hashem, I mean, how can we feel Him? How can we feel that we live with Hashem? How can we become Be'ezat Hashem to do Torah and Mitzvot and to be close to Hashem? The answer is Zot Hokat Torah. Do Mitzvot. Firstly, consider Hashem as the one who gives you the Torah and just do it. When you give food to a child, the child don't want to eat. He don't want to eat. What do? Tell me, what do? He don't want to eat. So what do? He don't want to eat. You force him. Once he grows, do you force him to eat? No. He knows that his life is dependent on the food. This is, don't ask questions. Why you have to do this? Why you have to do that? Just listen, look, and do. One day you will understand. There is a lot of mitzvot today that I don't know why I have to do them. Like not to touch a woman. I mean, today, I would like just to tell you something. One day there was a lady, a very important lady, that she was very rich, and she came and she wanted to give a few millions of dollars to the Ponivit Shore of Alav Shalom. It was in America, and it was, at that time, 40 years ago, it was a big amount of money. And the Ponivit Shore, he came to the house of this lady with his secretary, and they were there, all the family. They wanted to take a picture with the lady, the old lady, that she wanted to give the check, the memory of her husband, to the Ponivit Shore. And then, when he walked in, the old lady, she wanted to shake hands with the Ponivit Shore. And the Ponivit Shore was thinking, what's going on here? So his secretary said, Kvod Harav, Rebbe, she's an old lady. Just do like that to her, don't touch. Don't shake, just make a gest, like you want to shake her hand, but don't touch. The Ponifet Shrobi said, but you see, if I do that, people will think that I touch. How can people understand? The Ponifet Shrobi, he touched a woman. They may think that I touch a woman. It's a big Chilul Hashem. So he said, but it's old. He said, even that she's old, I'm not allowed to do that. That means that the Ponevit Shov, he was living with the Torah. They think that you don't understand, and they think that you can do, but no. Because maybe other people will think something that you don't think, that could bring a Chilul Hashem. And this is, how can you know the Master, the Adon Hashem, how? Zot Hokat Torah. Study Torah. You have a headache. What do? You take a medicine. At the beginning, you look at the medicine. You will think at yourself, how this medicine can bring me that I will not have headache. I mean, my head is here, the medicine is in my hand, it's a tablet. How? Tell me. I mean, I tell you, sir, take this tablet. But this tablet, what's this tablet? Yeah, but this tablet can fix your head. You will not have headache. But you are so clever. I don't understand. My head is on my head. What can you just take it? Don't ask question now. Just take it. This is Zot Hokat Torah. At the beginning, when I tell you want to connect yourself to Hashem, study Torah. You don't understand. What Torah, what study Torah do with being connected to Hashem? You just do it. Don't ask questions. Just look, do it, listen. Because without taking this tablet, you always will have headache. Without studying Torah, you will never know who is Hashem. Because this tablet, when you take it, in this tablet there is something that it can fix your head. The same with the Torah. In the Torah, there is something that it can fix your head to be connected to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. What is the difference between an animal and a man? An animal, if he has a headache, he will stay with his headache. He will stay with his headache because he will not know. And then you know what's going to happen? He will have so much bad headache till he might kill himself or just become a mad animal and to be crazy. Because he has a headache.
Yeah.
A man, no. Because Baruch gives to a man intelligence. Zot Hukat Torah. The problem today is, you know what? People they don't want to accept to tell them what to do. I mean, just imagine I tell you, you have to do this. So you will answer me. Who are you to tell me what to do? So this is the condition of the Torah. Zot Hukat Torah. I mean, if I ask you, study Torah, who are you? Why have to study Torah? Just do it. You will see the benefits of it. Just do it. There was a man that I told him, you want to win the lotto? I want just to make a test. He said, yes. I said, do this number. And he was so happy, and he was very, very happy to write the numbers, and he was sure that he's going to win a few millions. So I told him, hey Moshe, please go tomorrow. When the lotto will play, he said in 3 days. Okay, I want you during these 3 days to come to the yeshiva, study Torah all day. So he asked me why. I said why? Because it's very important. But I have no time. For the lotto, you did not ask me why to write this number. You did not ask me why this number, why 1 not 2, why 2 not 3. You just wrote. But for the Torah you say why. You see? Yeah. That's what the Torah said. Zot Hukat Torah. Just listen. Just look. Just do. Be humble. Don't ask questions. The same way that you don't ask questions about material, don't ask questions about anything that is connected to the spiritual. Because this is the only way how you can connect yourself to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. It happened a story. There was somebody that he was murdered in California. He was murdered. And the police, the police suspects a Jew that I know. They suspect him. Why they suspect him? Because he was the last one who saw the huh?
He's the last one who saw him.
Yes, he was the last one who saw through the telephone. He talked to him. He was the last one. But he said, yes, I talked to him. I took him to his home. But unfortunately, there were people waiting. The murderers, they were waiting for him inside because it was a story about, drugs, I don't know, things, bad things. But he told them, but on the other hand, the police, when they talked at the end of everything, they saw that it was not him. But they had to arrest him for a few days. And then they had no proof that it was him. So poor man, he was suspected. So they give him freedom, but he was not allowed to leave California. He was not allowed to talk to people. It was like you know, it was like in a prison, his house. So he called me, and he was crying. He said, "Rabbi, I did nothing. He's my friend. How can I kill my friend?" And it was really, I said, it's unfortunate it happened that I was the last one to call him, because I took him home, but it's not me, and I don't have any arms. I mean, so I was, just something came to my mind. Something came to my mind. I told him, "Tell me, did you see, do you have any friends in common?" He said, "Yes, we have a lot of friends." I told him, "Can you tell me names?" So he started to tell me names, just names. Pierre, Paul, Richard, you know. But I told him, "Why tell me French names? Why you don't tell me English names?" Because he was telling me French names.
Yeah.
So I said, "Why tell me French names?" I said, "No, I thought you wanted to know." No, I said, "No, tell me names." So then, he's like he was hesitating. He did not tell me any. After he started, so my mother said, "If this man told me only a French name, that means that it must be one of those names." Because Hashem, you see, I said, why Hashem did not, it's in California, why Hashem did not put in his mind to tell me names, French names, English names, Moroccan names, I mean, Arabs names, Chinese names, why only French names? So that means that's from Hashem.
Yeah.
So I said, you have to check about those French names that you told me. Who you think that he has a problem with your friend that he was murdered? He said, "Why do you think this?" I said, "Because Hashem, he put in your mind only French names. Why did not put, you are in California, why Hashem did not put in your mouth English names or American names? Why only this? To that mean only through this." So he went to the police, and he told the police, "Look, I give you some names. These seem to be all nice to the one that he was murdered, but do your inquiries about them." And he told him 4 names. And outside the 4 names, they arrested 2. And they were the killer. They were the ones who killed the friend. And they did not come to kill. They came to take what they needed, and then started with a fight. And then something came and they killed him. So you see, this man, I mean, Zot Hukat Torah. I mean, you see, sometimes do you think that you don't understand? Why this, why this? There's nothing to understand. Even, look, this man at the beginning, he said, "Rabbi David, I don't understand you. Those people are good people." I said, "Look, I understand. I know they are good people, but I see other things. My question is why I believe in God, that nothing came without the permission of Hashem. Everything came from Hashem. Why you don't mention me other names? Why only this?" So because you say only this, maybe there is something here. At the beginning we think, Torah, why I have to study Torah? What the benefit of the Torah? You cannot understand. Just be humble, cancel yourself, do it. You will see the benefit. An animal cannot understand. If you tell him, if an animal has a headache and you give him a medicine, he will not take it because he doesn't know what it is. The Gemara said, "Zot Hukat Torah, Adam ki yamut ba'ohel." What it is a dead man? You know that a dead man, he cannot move. A dead man cannot talk. Yes or no?
Yeah.
A dead man cannot do business. A dead man cannot have. Even if you put a lion next to the dead man, he will not run away because he's dead. Zot Hokat Torah. When it's come to accomplish Torah mitzvot, you have to do it. Consider yourself that I have no choice. I have to do it. With no fear. Like this dead man, that he has no fear from a lion. You as well. Consider yourself toward this mitzvah that you have nothing. I have to do it. Zot Hokat Torah Adam Kemot Ba'oel. A dead man, he will not run away from a lion. So you as well. Don't run away from that mitzvah. Do it. Zot Hokat Torah Adam Kemot Ba'oel. One thing is sure. When a man passes away, and he will arrive over there is nothing. There is no television, no telephone. There is no woman, no marriage, no children, no money, nothing. What there is there? Only Torah. So take the advantage as long as you live. Zot Hokat Torah, respect Torah and mitzvot. Because one day, Adam Kiyamut, by one day, when you die after 120 years, up there, you will find only this. Because a lot of people, they will ask you, what is the benefits to study Torah? Why? And the answer is, okay. The benefit is, if you don't do it now, what you will do after 120 years? Adam Kiyamut, what you will do? Business, there is no business. Yeah, but it's boring. It's boring. Up there, you will be more boring because up there is nothing to do. So Zot Hokat Torah, do it now. It's a good medicine. Adam Kiyamut Ba'oel, because there will be a problem one day. You know, there was a man that he wanted to get married. And his parents, they said, no, the girl, she's not good, and it's not a good family, Well, the poor man, he was so depressed. He was very depressed. Because he wanted really this man, he really wanted this woman, and he liked her. So they asked me, they ask me. And I asked the parents, why you don't want a woman? Well, we don't want a woman because she's not for him, because she's not this, she's not this, she's not this. With all kind of argument. And then I saw in their argument that they were right. And she was beautiful. But sometimes you don't marry with the beautiful, you have to get married to the Hachamayim. Like Shlomo HaMelech said, Sheker HaHen veHeve leYufi Ishay at Hashem Yithalai. The most important is not the beauty, the Hachamayim. You marry all your life with the Hachamayim. I mean, she's pretty today, tomorrow she will be old. And when she will be old, they will be not pretty anymore. But at Shamayim, it will remain all the time, because at Shamayim, it takes you to Gan Eden. You will live here well, and you will live with her well after. So he told me, so what do you advise me, Rabbi? I said, I advise you, listen to your parents. Rabbi, it's very hard for me. I said, look, I know it's hard for you, because no, you only look for the beauty. Be'ezat Hashem, I feed you. Be'ezat Hashem, just believe on your parent and believe in the barakah that I will give you. With the zechut that you listen to your parent, Hashem will open you the doors. He said, Rabbi, it's going to be very hard for me. Because I don't see myself without this woman. I said, believe. It's very hard for me, he said. And then he said, Rabbi, I'm going to for her right now to finish. Even that I give her a beautiful ring, it cost me $10,000 ring, I don't care. She can take it, I finished. And I hope that I will have a good life. A few weeks later, he meet a beautiful woman, not beautiful woman, pretty, big at Shamayim. And they got married, and Baruch Hashem, they live well, they are in Israel now, they live in Israel, he's a Ben Torah, and Baruch Hashem, she's a Bat Torah, and Baruch Hashem, and they live very well. And I saw him, from time to time I see him, I saw his children, I saw his family, and Baruch Hashem, he's very happy. Sometimes you don't understand why you have to do this. Zot Hokata Torah. When you do something without asking questions, Hashem help you. I would like just to tell you a beautiful story. One of the best stories, Beret, that I heard. There was a woman that always she makes sure to listen only good things. She was a seminar girl, and she heard that when you listen bad things, so you do bad things. When you hear good things, so you do good things. So always, as I told you before, according to what you hear, you do. According to what you see, you do. So you have to be careful what you see, what you hear. And this girl, she was a seminary girl. So one day, she wanted to go to Tveria, and she took not the bus, a taxi. You know the taxi that he take a few people to travel. There were 5, 6, 7 people, and then the taxi stopped. They carry on, and then here you have few people that they were talking very, very bad in the taxi, and they were talking so bad. And they put radio with very, very bad music. And this Orthodox girl, she was very embarrassed, and she told the driver, please, it's hard for me to listen to all this. Please do me a favor. The driver said, no, I'm not here, the taxi is not only for you, it's not a special taxi, it's for all the travelers. So I'm sorry. So there was there a rabbi that he was listening to MP3 show. So he saw that they were arguing, talking. He said, what's going on? So she told him, I asked the driver if he can stop this music. It's a bad music, and I'm going to go to Rabbi Mevalanis to pray. And it disturbed me. So the rabbi asked the driver. So the driver said, no, I'm sorry. I am the driver for everybody. If she's not happy, she can get out from here. But she told him, so stop. I want to get out. But you know, when you go from Tel Aviv to Tveria, you pass an Arab village. And there were Arab village. The rabbi said, it's dangerous here. We stop you in Megiddo. There is in a junction there. There is armies, there is only Jewish people, but he is very dangerous. So that's what she did. She stopped, and she went out. The rabbi told her, I'm very proud of you. I'm proud of you. Well, a few hours later, the rabbi, he was walking in Tveria, and he see this girl crossing the street with an old lady. So the rabbi said, Baruch Hashem, you arrived. So the lady told him, Baruch Hashem, I arrived, and Baruch Hashem, I'm happy, and thanks God, everything is good. I'm very, very happy. The rabbi told her, I'm so proud of you. because what you did, no one can do that. I mean, you risk it yourself to get out in a stop where there is Arab village, and then just not to hear bad music. I'm so proud of you. She told him, well, thanks God, Baruch Hashem, a lot of good things happened since in 3 hours. So the rabbi said, who's this lady? This lady, I don't know her. When I took the taxi, she was there, and we started to talk in the taxi to take us from Megiddo to Tveria. And she asked me to take her to Rabbi Meir Ba'alanes to help her, because I was going to Rabbi Meir Ba'alanes. So I helped her while I was, after praying at the cave of Rabbi Meir Ba'alanes. Now I want to take her home. And I would introduce you to this lady. She's the wife of a very rich man. When she asked me who I am, and I told her just I came to ask from somebody a donation to lend me the wedding dress, because I have no money. She told me, you came to Tveria to lend a wedding dress, so you have no money. I will pay you the whole wedding. I will make you the best wedding of the weddings. So this is the lady.
Wow.
And here's the money that she gave me. But he said, all the money for my wedding, all the money that I need, and not only this, and the other day she said, this is nothing. I will give you more, and I will give you more. You are like my daughter. So the rabbi told her, you see, just imagine that you will not stop in Megiddo. You will not meet that woman. And because you wanted to do the mitzvah, not to listen bad things, look what Hashem give you. Zot Hokat HaTorah. Sometimes you don't know why I have to do this. I mean, so what? Why I have to risk my life to stop in the car in the middle of the road where Arab's village or in Megiddo? I carry on, so there is bad music. So what? It's not my fault. No. Zot Hokat HaTorah. Only Re'eh אנוכי נותן לפניכם היום ברכה וקללה את הברכה אשר תשמעון. Look, you want to be ירא שמיים? Make sure what you see. Make sure what you look, what you hear. This is the ברכה. What it is the קללה? If you see bad things, you listen bad things, this is the קללה. Sometimes people say, so what if I saw? So what if I heard? What you saw, what you heard can make a big effect on your neshama. Or in good or in bad. I remember one day I saw something bad. And for a few years that disturbed me, what I saw. And it was not on purpose. I saw something bad. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I did not look to look at it. It just came. Still. You're not allowed to do that. You have to be patient. You have to avoid it. You have to avoid. Sometimes we don't avoid, we look something and we carry on looking at that thing. And then after, it's not good to see. But you missed the goal. When something bad came quickly, you have to avoid it. If it's good or bad. No, if it's good, good. If it's bad, avoid it. Look, this lady, what Hashem give her the big bracha. Why? Because she was strong lady. She don't want to hear bad things. She don't want. Mamash. She don't want. I would like just to tell you this. I would like just to tell you this. How much you think a man can Just how much you think, what it is the limit of a man? What you see, what not you see. What it is limit? You have an answer? What it is the limit? What you see, what you don't see. There is no limit. One thing I tell you, if you are close to Hashem, close to the Torah will help you. Mamash, I promise you, the Torah will help you what you see, what not to see.
Yeah.
I promise you, the Torah will help you. Yes, it's for sure. The Torah will help you. You know, it's like there is I was reading this parasha of Hukat. Bemet, huh? There is here, you know, when I saw this. This parasha, that is here. Rabbi Yosef Alav Shalom, I was just looking where. In the parasha of Chukat, there is there, וישב העם בקדש ותמות שם מרים ותקבר שם. The death of Miriam, the Torah mentioned that she died there and she was buried there. I mean, if she died there, she was buried there. Why the Torah said she died there and she was buried there? What the Torah will not say, she died there and she was buried. Who cares where she was buried? Why the Torah said Sham, Sham? The second question that I have another question. Why the Torah didn't mention that people cried Miriam? I mean, don't forget that the Jews, they had water b'zchut Miriam. Now that for 40 years they had water with the zechut of Miriam. Yes or no?
Yes.
So why the Torah would not mention that when she died? When Moshe Rabbeinu died, the Jews cried Moshe. When Aaron died, the Jews cried Moshe. Aaron, they cried Aaron. Why not Miriam? Why? You know what? You know, Bemet. And I was thinking that in the life of Miriam, she was a woman. She was a woman, yes or not? I mean, she could say, I'm not Moshe, I'm not Aaron. Why I have to take care of other women, of Jewish women? The same way that Moshe and Aaron, they were the leaders of the men, Miriam, she was the leader of who?
Woman.
Of the woman. And she could, you know, usually women are weaker, yes or not?
Yes.
So she could say, wherever, all the life of Miriam, it was there. Where is Miriam? She's there. Where is Miriam? She's there. Who is Miriam? She's there. Always Miriam, she was somewhere. I mean, Miriam, she was a lady. Yes, but the ladies should learn from this lady. A lady should not limit herself. Because the ladies, a lot of times, they can limit themselves. I'm a lady, I'm old lady, I'm not a man, I'm weaker. No. She died there she was buried there. Miriam, always, wherever she went, there was their bracha. That's what we want to learn. The same way that the Torah mentioned, she died there and she was buried there. So when Miriam in her lifetime, she was everywhere. And everywhere where she was, it was benefit. She bought something there. She was there. If she was there, so she bought something there. Something good was there. You know, you have to know one thing. Died there, buried there. So what is the opposite? The opposite, wherever Miriam goes, she's there, something good is there.
Yeah.
The presence of a tzaddik, wherever it is, there is always something benefic. But you saw that people did not cry the death of Miriam. You know, quickly, when Miriam was, she died, people, instead of crying, they were thirsty. They had no time to cry, Miriam.
Yeah.
They started to look for water. Why they started to look for water? Because a lot of times you cry the death of somebody and then you forget. And she said, no, I don't want that people will cry Miriam, don't forget Miriam. I want them to realize what Miriam did for them. Water. There is no water. The water was for Miriam. Wherever Miriam she was, the beracha was there. Why? Zot hokat HaTorah. This is the law of the Torah. The law of the Torah is not only for the men, women's too. There is a lot of mitzvot that the women do. We don't know why they have to do it. Why? Zot hokat HaTorah. There is no answer. There is no answer. You have a question for me? Up to now?
No.
Don't forget, when Sarah died,
They were crying.
they were crying.
Right. I remember this one.
And here, for Miriam, the Torah doesn't mention that people cried Miriam.
Why not?
Why not? Because Hashem, he wanted to teach.
What they were losing.
Hashem wanted to teach the Jews. Because if they will cry Miriam, so they will forget about all the benefits that Miriam brings them.
Right. But now that they remember.
But now that they...
Did they cry after they realized?
Huh?
They cried after they
Sure. For the moment, the Torah mentioned only that there is water missing. And now they realize that the water was b'zchut Miriam. So of course, when you are thirsty, you cry. So they cry because they were thirsty, and they cry because of the death of Miriam. They realize what they were missing. And for here you understand that Miriam, the learning for Miriam is Sham. Wherever Miriam she was in her during her lifetime, wherever she was, she broke the bracha there, always there. And to people, when they go somewhere, they have no success. So they went thinking they're going to have a success. Maybe they were very well welcome, but after it was no success. But Miriam, no, wherever she went, it was a success. Wherever she goes. Usually, women cry.
Yeah.
But the Torah doesn't say that a woman they cried Miriam. But it's quick. You wanted that, because when the woman cried, the man cried, the children cried, everybody is crying. But Hashem said, I don't need their cry. And because, usually the woman acts sneut, and the Torah that mentioned crying. But Hashem said, no, what Miriam did for them now. They must remember Miriam all life. Zot Hokat Torah. It's incredible. And my friend, I would like just to tell you one thing and finished. If you want to have success in your life, Zot Hokat Torah. Your story. Your story is a beautiful story. You were studying Gemara, and then you lost your Gemara, and you have pain, and you were sad because they stole your Gemara, and you went to the place where they stole your Gemara, and you were very sad, and then what happened? A few days after, you find there the Gemara. The Ganav, the one who stole your handbag, he kept the handbag, but he put there the Gemara. Can you imagine that? You cannot imagine this. I mean, why? Because Hashem, Zot Chokat Torah. When Hashem, he see how much you love the Torah, so HaKadosh Baruch Hu show you, you love the Torah, I give you back. The Ganav who steal the Gemara, he will bring you back the Gemara. Zot Chokat Torah. I mean, it's amazing. I mean, this Ganav, why he has to bring back the Gemara? He stole your handbag, he took everything, he took the money, I don't know what was there, so the Gemara should throw it in the dustbin, that's it.
Yeah.
No. Hashem, he put in his mind, bring back the Gemara with all the note that Meir wrote in the Gemara. Bring him back the Gemara. Zot Chokat Torah. When Hashem, he see you, how much you love Torah, this is the benefit. Zot Chokat Torah. This is the benefit. Re'eh. Look. Listen. But look only good things. Listen good things. Why you have to listen good things? Why you have to look only good things? Because only this what you will take with you after 120 years. The good things that you listen and the good things that you look. Because by looking, by listening you will do. You will do them. And that's what you will take with you after 120 years. Look at the story of that lady.
Yeah.
It's an amazing story. So B'ezrat Hashem, I wish you bracha, v'tzlacha, and bריאות.
العيالات صغارتو على ربي دافيد بالنور